Some very troubling details in this wonderful story, Catherine. Great reporting. Can you give us the outline?
Sure. So this story is like a lot of other Me Too stories that we've heard. You have women in Anadarko's Denver office saying that for years they experienced sexual harassment, inappropriate behavior from supervisors and executives, pay discrimination, that they were held back while the men that they complained about were promoted. These are all stories that we've heard before. What's unique in this case is that this is the first time we're hearing about it from an oil company, which is a little bit stunning given how male-dominated this field is.
This is quite a shocking sort of series of elements to this story, Catherine. How has the company improved its behaviour? How has the company improved its monitoring? How has the company improved its reporting as a result of this? Because there's a takeover involved in this as well.
Yes, there is. So Anadarko, which is being acquired by Chevron right now, has said that they've been responsive to these complaints, that over the years they've investigated complaints that have been made related to gender discrimination and harassment. They say that they've launched a more fulsome sexual harassment program and have trained more than half of their employees in this program. They have strengthened their retaliation policies, and they have also strengthened a policy about sexual relationships between supervisors and their subordinates.
Catherine, just give us a few more of these really troubling details about what went on inside Anadarko. We're talking about 550 women. And how did it finally come to light, and only last year?
Sure. So just to clarify, there's 550 employees approximately in the Denver office. Not all of them are women. In fact, probably less than a quarter of them are women. So what happened is, we're here in Denver. We have a small office here in Denver. This is a little bit of an open secret in this town that this company has had some Me Too issues over the years. I started looking into this, started speaking with former employees, women who worked at the company, still work in the industry, and they started sharing with me some details about what they had experienced. Supervisors asking women about their sexual activities, giving them derisive nicknames, cutting their bonuses when they complained. These are some of the things that I heard about. Some of the details that I heard about were actually so graphic that we couldn't even publish them.
Catherine, just give us a sense of the timeline. This wasn't kind of 10 years ago. This was more recent. Can I give us a sense of how things have changed subsequent to some of this coming to light? I'm just kind of curious as to the timeline, because the Me Too movement feels like it's been going on for a long time. It hasn't yet, but it feels like it has. And I'm fascinated that this was still going on while that bigger movement was taking off elsewhere in the country.
Sure. So all of the women that I spoke to described experiences that they had 2015, 2016, 2017. Most of the women that I spoke to had left the company by 2017. And it's my understanding that around 2017, Anadarko started taking some strong steps to try to correct the culture that had been exposed by some of these complaints.